Hello and welcome in this video. This is a full guide tutorial to learn the Stalder Press. The Stalder Press is one of the most advanced skills that you can learn as an adult. And I would like to say that I learned this skill under the guidance of Ido Portal many years ago, was 2018, and I've learned it as an adult. I wasn't a gymnast and nothing similar. So you can learn it, it's possible, but this is a skill that requires a long-term commitment. So if now sounds something impossible for you, we will cover everything that you need to learn it as an adult. My name is Ale Demaria. I'm the founder of Moveinside, which is the biggest school of physical intelligence in Italy. And I'm a coach, I'm a bestseller author with the book Corpo Intelligente, which means the intelligent body. A little side note, this is my really first English tutorial, so let me know in the comment below if you like it and if you have any suggestion because of my accent, or maybe you don't understand something, or if you want to see more of them in English. Let's continue. As I said before, the Stalder Press, it's really hard and you need some requirements. So first of all, of course, you need a very strong handstand. So you can enter the handstand wherever you want, whenever you want, without warm up, and you can hold it at least 30 seconds in a row. So this is really, really important. Second of all, your mobility should be on point, and particularly you need a pancake, floor pancake, where you can put at least the head to the floor. Again, better if you are cold without any kind of warm-up, which means that you really have built this skill. And the last requirement is the L-sit. So you should be able to perform it on the floor with the straight knees, with the straight elbows, and with the flat hands. And then, of course, you need to be solid already in the press to handstand. So start with the straddle, legs, press, and reach the handstand through strength. So I know that is not an easy request to start. It's again a really hard, really advanced skill, the Stalder Press. So if you don't have any of these requirements, please don't start from this video, but just stay here with me till the end, because it will be helpful anyway, will be a glimpse of your future. If you have the requirements, let's start to discover how to reach the Stalder Press. Okay, so the first thing that we're gonna do is to develop a Straddle L-sit, because we start with the normal one, let's say, so you have the legs together, but in order to reach the Stalder Press, you want to have the straddle version. So you will put the hands on elevation like this box. The hands are like shoulder width, and you want to start with the bent legs. So start with this progression, and as you notice, the shoulders are a little bit forward and are on the line of the fingers. So this is very important in order to understand that you have to counterbalance the weights of the knees and the pelvis. So this is what you want with really straight arms. Once you got it, you can start to straight your knees in order to have straight legs. But expect that in the beginning, your feet will be like closer to the floor. That's why we need an elevation like the box, okay? Once you got it, you can decrease the elevation of the box in order to make it harder. Week by week, you will decrease it even more in order to reach the floor. So the first progression will be to start from a squat position and going inside the Straddle L-sit. Expect cramps, especially in your quads and maybe also in your abs. This is fully normal, so enjoy the pain. Once you got the L straddle position, you want to reach at least 15 seconds hold of this position. So we know that you got it really hard, you are ready for the next step. Now, let's talk about the next step in order to learn the Stalder Press. I'm talking about the pancake, so we are talking about flexibility. So I ask you to have a pancake, a head to floor pancake. It means that your forehead touch the floor. That's enough, flexibility talking, but we have to develop active flexibility in those range. So we don't work to have a better pancake. Of course, if you have it, will be easier to work on the Stalder Press. So if you have time, continue to develop a better pancake. Otherwise, just focus on the active portion of the movement. So you have the hands in the knee lines in order to start, and we work on lifting the feet to the ceiling, which means that we are flexing the hips with straight legs. It's also this really hard in the beginning, a lot of cramps, a lot of pain, a lot of struggling. I remember the first time, it's not the funniest exercise. And you want to lift, you want to hold also 1 second and then going down slowly, like this. This is the best practice. And then to progress session by session, you want to put the hands further and further. So if you head start with the hands in the knee lines, you want to go 1 centimeter ahead, and then one more, and one more. Till you can raise, you can lift your feet even just for 1 millimeter. Amazing. Now, let's continue and let's go inside the main exercise of the session. So, we have the Straddle L-sit. We work on our active flexibility with the pancake lift. And now we go inside the press. And what we want to do, it's a negative Stalder Press. So you will reach the handstand, I show you, and then you want to reach the Straddle L-sit. So, let's see. You are in the handstand, you go straddle, you push the shoulder forward, you rotate the pelvis, and you slowly go down into the Straddle L-sit. Hold it for 2-3 seconds and that's it. Of course, it's easy to talk about this skill. It's also easy if you have, like me, long arms and short legs, but don't use it as an excuse. So let's see how to build it in a progression. So actually, you just need an elevation. So again, we go on this. You have to work on the fear now, because maybe you never practice an handstand on an elevation. And I suggest you to do that because it's really nice work to bring the fear out of your body. We are about to do this handstand on the box. If you are scared, let's feel your body. This is also a big part of our work with our students. So if you are scared, just feel the body. For example, start to feel your feet, your legs, and then the spine, the hands, the arms, the shape of the head, and then take a breath. And you have all the body together now. And now, if you think to go to the box, probably there's some fear. And the fear is just a label, just a word that we use as humans to communicate each other. What it's really, the fear, it's a physical sensation, probably in your belly, or maybe in your chest, or maybe in your throat. So just feel this fear and make it bigger. Don't stop it, don't avoid to be scared right now. This is the key to live through the fear and dissolve it. Again, if you are scared, Feel this sphere as a physical sensation, how it's changing in the body, is increasing, is diminishing, is moving, is changing position, wherever. And then after a minute or two, let's go on the box. So we are ready and we go to do our handstand. Oh wow, it's been a while without this, so nice. And we want to straddle and doing the same. So you have more margin here. You can go down and then you reach the Straddle L-sit. So we start with this big elevation, and then session by session you want to diminish the box till you will be able to perform this eccentric repetition of the Stalder Press on the floor with the flat hands. This is a little note. If you can learn the straddle, but whatever kind of handstand or press on the floor with flat hands, you will be able to do that also on the parallels, on the gymnastic stuff, but not the opposite. So take care of this. So once you got 25 repetitions in one session, you want to do one rep, and then you want to rest as much as needed, and then one rep again till 25 repetitions. So in one session, you want 25 repetitions in total. Once you reach it, you are ready to try to do the next one. So actually, we just need to reverse the movement. Of course, this is a general tutorial. I use many other variations with my direct students, but of course, I have to know your story, your training history, and your unique needs. So now let's see the most natural and linear progression. And again, we have the box. You can turn it like this, and you want to do actually a Stalder Press, but with an elevation would be easier because of the bottom position. There's more space. You want to do your Stalder. So you have more space. This is really helpful in the beginning, and then as you got it, you can continue by decreasing the elevation, and then at the end performing it on the floor. So from the squat, you press into the handstand. Boom. Again, this is a long-term commitment, so take it easy. I suggest you to do 2 sessions per week and to be really consistent. And then to finish, we want to add the last piece of the puzzle. We want to add the complementary work. Actually, I don't know if you say like this in English, but it's I'm talking about the planche, because when you perform the Stalder and any kind of press, you really want to go with the straight arms. It's a straight arm pushing, of course, but you go with the shoulders forward. So you are actually in a kind of planche. So as a finisher, usually I like to use it as a finisher with short holds for many sets, also for 8 to 12 sets. For like 8 to 12 seconds, for example, you're gonna do your best version of the planche. Without the planche, it will be really, really hard to reach the first step of the Stalder Press. So let's cover the planche. You have the hands a little bit wider than the handstand and a little bit torn out. Actually also in the Stalder Press, but in the planche even a little bit more. So you want to externally rotate the elbows and really pushing with your scapula in a full protraction while you have the depression of them. So you want to really push, lean forward and have your knees to the chest. Hold it and release. What we want here in the planche, in the tuck planche, it's the pelvis on the same height of the shoulders. So make sure that you are doing like this. So make a video of you and check if the position is right. After you reach the volume of repetition that I said before, just push your planche to the next level. So actually you want to bring your knees to the wrist line. So we were here, we want to go here. And hold for 5 to 8 seconds. So you really want to push with your scapula without losing the position of the pelvis. That now you know it's the same height of the shoulders. So we are almost at the end of this full guide to the Stalder Press. And again, you have 4 steps. You need a really strong Straddle L-sit as a foundation, that you want your flexibility on point, and specifically I'm talking about the active flexibility. So you have to work on the pancake lift in order to build strength in your pancake, and so you are able to use this strength while you are doing the Stalder Press. And then, of course, you have to have many repetitions, a lot of repetition in the eccentric Stalder Press. Start with an elevation and then slowly go to the floor. And as a finisher, in order to have the strength in every degrees that you need to reach the Stalder Press, work on the planche. Start with the tuck planche and then open the angle of the hip in order to reach 90 degrees of it. And remember, this is really important in my perspective. Whenever you feel stressed or you feel scared about this work, you have to stop. You don't have just to push, but you have to stop and you have to feel what is stopping you, what is not good inside your body. And I'm talking about physical sensation like fear, or you are maybe scared or angry or whatever it is. Just feel it, go through it, take 1 minute, 2 minutes in the rest between sets, and then start again to work on your Stalder Press. Of course, let me know in the comment below if you have any question, if you want to have more English video. Be cute with my English, but I'm really happy to have done this video. So I can't wait to do the next one. Subscribe to the channel because every week we drop a new video here in the channel where I'm talking about physical intelligence, movement culture, flexibility, strength, self-growth through movement. I hug you and see you in the next video. Ciao, ciao.